Okay, I don't really have too much to say about this episode because I feel Sophie in Rob Sesternino's Know-It-Alls video seems to have summarized where the season is at pretty darn well, and that this season is shaping up to be a soap opera that just keeps, going and going and going and discussing things that lean towards a little more trivial when it comes to Survivor levels of what's trivial and what's not, and also in how that given how much people are talking to everybody, we're getting a little bit closer to Big Brother strategy. It's real interesting how lately it seems Survivor is starting to morph like Big Brother, because with the exception of Co-Ron, every season after San Juan del Sur has moments like this, albeit it's mainly once we get to the merge, but then of course Big Brother, everyone's in one place. Survivor, you start off at a different place and then you come together. And I don't think Survivor would necessarily work with putting everyone in one place to start out with, because that really makes, the immunity challenges not really mean that much. Yeah. Plus, then we would still be complaining that Survivor has too many people, like with this season. Like, seriously, we're on day 25, 26, and we still have 11 people left in the game. That's just over half. What the heck is going on? They really need to start getting rid of people, because they're gonna have to get rid of, at a minimum, 5 people in, actually, that might work if they go down to 2 days. Okay, never mind. It kind of works, especially since we're getting a double bill next week, but yeah. Starting to waste days again. The Survivor, step it up. So, what is this now to discuss? I felt that confessional that Hannah got was, pretty strange, because, she's like, oh, I orchestrated the vote, haha. Not really. You were one piece of a very large motion of events that led to the show going, Hannah, really. And, I was totally expecting that to be kind of like Will last week, where he goes from invisible to suddenly being prominent, even though Hannah has been more prominent than Will, ironically, and that she would be in trouble. So I was just totally waiting for her to get voted out, and then you guys tell me, ha, you're an idiot for putting her as a pick to win. That would have been hilarious, wouldn't it have? Yeah, okay. Well, that didn't happen. So the reward challenge, that was just a mess, although I was impressed to see how well Taylor did with those things, because it seems, if I remember correctly, Tyson and Tina and Blood vs. Water, along with maybe Monica, just sucked at throwing those things, so it was nice to see someone who had a little bit of skill. Is this enough? Don't think so. And it was also hilarious how the teams almost were Millennials with Gen X. That was awesome. That reward, I didn't really have much to discuss during the reward, to be honest, because we just got Brett making a fool of himself, Taylor making himself look a little bit like a fool, and then Sunday trying to orchestrate things to put in Jessica, but there was no feeling or momentum really coming from that. Just, yeah, and even though she's talking to Jay, she really only talked to him about it. Now, I know she said, hey, Brett, why don't we... I know that, but I just didn't really get the feeling from that. Now, it could be that this comes up again, but given how much attention we got in this episode, it was just odd. Yeah. Although that would be interesting to see if Jessica was to leave, because that would throw a little bit of a wrench in the game, and it might give Ken a little bit more edit, because after he tried to vote her out and then didn't, and then she told him about the legacy advantage and that she was going to give it to him, and I still believe strongly that she's going to give it to him, even though David didn't save her. He's got no confessionals in 3 episodes, even after Purple lost the challenge where they had to throw the ball straight up. Nothing. Yeah, I'm going to think that this guy's just going to be invisible and is the price to pay for having 20 people, yeah. Unless they're going to have longer seasons, I don't think 20 people works anymore. Now, the immunity challenge, well, it was nice to see them go back to the South Pacific variation of this challenge, because it's a lot harder to bounce on that huge trophy or bowl thing than just to stick with the flat circle, At least in my opinion, because you have no clue which way you're supposed to grip the thing, and then you might grip too hard. I've had that happen to me for quite a few situations, yeah. And Ken winning, no comment because we get nothing from him even after it ends. Jeff just quickly puts the necklace on him and that's it. And then Zeke and Will sitting out of the challenge. Well, Will, he explains his reasoning and where he stands in the game. Makes sense, especially given his personality. Zeke, wish we had heard from him, but yeah, I think he's safe for a while now. Although, of course, a while might not necessarily mean what you guys think it is, yeah. So then it becomes obvious that Jay or Taylor's going to go home, and then the question becomes, is Jay going to play his idol or not? And then he ends up pulling a Marty and takes the risk of not playing it, even though it's not that much of a wrench in everyone else's plan, because all you gotta do is split the votes between him and Will at the next tribal, but prioritize Jay like they did in this episode. Finally, people get it! If you've got a super majority, don't just put even amounts of votes, try and prioritize the target, especially since for whatever reason Will ended up voting for Jay, even though it didn't matter either way. If he did that, Jay voted for Taylor, whatever, yeah, didn't matter. So Taylor going, I figured that he was, kind of a dead man walking after Figgy left, and yeah. And it seems all along that he's had a girlfriend outside of this game, and that's the main reason why he and Figgy ended up breaking up. Whatever. It's his baggage. I'm not going to bother him with that, because it seems like other than Figgy, he's tied everything up that happened outside of this game like everyone else has been, so yeah. Like with Dan and Worlds Apart, if the cast can get over it, I can. Right. And, I think that's it. To be honest, the stream I had didn't have the next time bit, can't find it anywhere, so yeah, later.